Next of all, we've got Gareth from the London City Mission. Gareth, got 3 questions, mate, pre-planned. This is very good.
Cheers. Hold on.
So Gareth, first of all, what is your role? What do you do? What's your title?
So, my name's Gareth. I work for London City Mission as a regional director, but I oversee children, youth and schools across London.
So we're all very aware, looking at the news headlines about the amount of knife crime in London. What is London City Mission doing about that issue specifically?
Okay, so we've got a project called Operation Forgiveness, which the backdrop to the team that run that ministry basically is the son of the main lady there was killed tragically outside of school about 7 years ago. And really it was about their journey of forgiveness for the perpetrators, who were also 15, 16-year-olds. And they take this message now of forgiveness into schools. Particularly, they started in prisons. The prisoners said, this is great, but actually you need to catch people earlier. They went into secondary schools, and again they said you need to catch them earlier. So now they're going into mainly primary schools. And we did this thing the other day, actually, in work, and the guy, Jason O'Shea, who's one of the leads on Operation Forgiveness, said how many people have been impacted or know people have been impacted by knife crime. And I think 8% of the room put their hands up. It's a huge issue. So really what we're doing at the moment is putting all that stuff on video, and what we want to do is train churches to go into schools and take a message of forgiveness. And again, schools are wanting to do this stuff. So it's gospel-based, and like you said earlier, it's all about the language. So the Bible's in it, but we say we as Christians believe, rather than say this is what you should believe. So looking to get that message out all across London, really, with Operation Forgiveness at the moment. Brilliant.
And you've got a pan-London team. What is their current focus, and how can churches kind of engage with this right now?
Yeah, so we got a pan-London schools team as well. So we've got sort of about, 80 sort of missionaries right across London, different parts of London, embedded in communities, but we've also got a pan-London schools team. So really, the thing they're doing at the moment, apart from Operation Forgiveness in schools, is working with churches to reach into their local schools. It's a great opportunity. So one thing we're doing at the moment is in East London, Tower Hamlets, is we are working with the London Diocese. So we met with a lady who's head of all schools across the London Diocese. I think it's about 150 schools. And they just want to get the gospel into every school across London. And in some areas that's going well with the parish church. In some areas it's not. But she's sort of saying, I don't care if it's, a CV church, another church. So we are gathering together all the churches, all the organisations who come in East London, and getting as many of those schools to connect with churches. We're doing a big event in February, really, and we're hoping to run that all across London so that every school has a Christian witness across London. That's our aim, big vision, but with you guys, maybe we can do it.
Brilliant. Your third question is, as London City Mission, your new strategy is to enable and empower the local church. Can you give me a couple of examples of where it's going well, particularly with children and young people? Yeah,
so listening to Aaron, I think we had a long chat, didn't we? And we're sort of, I think, very similar as organisations, really. And the phrase you threw at me was the lost, the least and the last, right? That was the original City Mission slogan, I think. So I think churches in general sometimes find it hard to reach into their local communities. They have children's work and youth work, but how do they reach in to the estate across the road? So we are working with a couple of churches in South London and in North London as well, in really helping them to reach out into a local estate using sport and other means to build relationship and try and get those kids embedded in the local church as well as the families.
Brilliant. Round of applause for Gareth. People can connect you afterwards. It's great. Thank you, mate. So much. So good. So good.